Okay, let's get to it. Today I'm going to show you how to make this paper flower decoration. This is called tea bag folding. And I read somewhere that it originated, not that they were folding tea bags, but actually the wrapper that the tea bag came in. So sometimes you might see it as squares or circles. This one is going to be circles. So all you need is some paper, some glue, and scissors. And then you also need some circular items. So I used, you're going to need 3 different sizes. So I used a roll of tape, the end of my pencil holder thing here, and the end of the glue stick. So whatever you have around that is circular you can use, or if you have a circle punch, that makes things very easy, but it's not required. So what you need to do is take your paper, and this is just what I ended up doing was taking some colored paper and gluing them together so you have different color on each side. If you have scrapbook paper that has a nice pattern on it, you don't need to do that step. Or if you have some other paper, or if you just want to use the same color, that is fine. I just wanted to have a different color so you could see the different designs here in your folds. So take your paper and draw some circles on there. For each flower, you're going to need 8 circles of the same size, a bigger circle for the back that you're going to glue your smaller circles to, and then a smaller circle for the center of your flower. So take your paper and your circular item and trace around it so you have at least 8 different circles. And then do the same for your bigger back piece of circle and your center circle there. So then once you've got them all cut out, they're gonna look like this. So you've got a different color on each side. So then for each circle, you're going to do the same thing. You are going to fold it in half one way, and then fold it in half the other way. And you just want to do this so that you have your center lines there. If you can eyeball it into your 4 quadrants there, then you don't need to do this step. But I just find it easier to know where it is you're going to fold. So then you have a cross there in the center. So you take one side and you fold it in, and you're going to want to fold this one to your line here and here. And you do that on each side. So you kind of have it looking like that. So you want to make sure that you do each fold as evenly as possible so that when it all comes together, it all lines up. So now you've folded to the middle line there. Then you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to fold this side into this center line like so. And you do that side. So then you have a piece that looks like this. And if you are nice and even, everything should line up, and it's going to be a very geometric. Mine aren't quite perfect, but that's okay. And then you glue those pieces down so that they stay in place once everything comes together. Okay, so then you want to make sure that's glued down really good. You can put it under a book so that it gets nice and dry and flat. And then you do that again 7 more times so that you have all of the petals of your flower. So once again, you fold it in half one way and you fold it in half the other way. Open it up. You fold that side in, and then that side in to the center horizontal line. Then you flip it over, and then you fold it into your center vertical line, like so. And then you glue it in place. Right, so then once you have everything glued, nope, we're gonna need that still. You have 8 of these pieces here. That one's not glued very well. You may need to add more glue as needed. So then you need your bigger circle here, and you put some glue on it here, and then you just glue them in place. You may need to overlap them a little bit. You're going to want to make sure that these pieces are as close together as possible because you don't want to see any of the white come through the back. So that's all right then if your center bits here, the center yellow bits, overlap a little bit. So we glue all of these down as we go around in a circle. We also want them to line up along the edge here so that you kind of create those circle pieces in the center. And you may need to push things around so that they all line up the way you want them to. And they're gonna overlap in the center, and that's okay because that's where our little circle piece comes in and it hides all of that stuff that we don't want to see. So we may want to push these around so they line up the way we want them to. So then you've got and you see my center doesn't look very nice right now because they didn't line up perfectly, but that's okay because then you take your center piece here and glue it, and we hide all of that stuff we don't want to see. And there is your tea bag folded flower, and then once that's done you can use this as art. If you want to put it in a frame like that, you can do multiple of them. You can try out different configurations to make different shapes, or you could use it as a card like I did with this one. So I've just glued it to a piece of cardstock, and then you can make this into a card, a birthday card, thank you card, whatever you want. And that's all there is to it. Thanks. Bye.